Gnashing of teeth. That's what we're going to talk about today on Strength for Today. It's Monday, March the 11th, and it's Destiny Duncan's birthday. I remember when that little redhead was born. Matter of fact, I married her mom and dad. I did the wedding for them, and remember when she was born. And it's hard to watch her grow up because it makes me feel old to see her so young. But I hope she has a great birthday. Monday, March the 11th, gnashing of teeth. We've talked about reaping the toll, breathing the temperatures, wailing in torments. We showed you a picture last week of the old Valley of Hinnom. This is present-day Valley of Hinnom. We have a picture here. And as we read those verses the other day, Jesus was reminiscing over what was in the Old Testament days where they brought living sacrifices to the god Moloch. Leviticus chapter 18, verse 21 says, "And thou shalt not let any of thy seed pass through the fires to Moloch. Neither shalt thou profane thy name of thy God. I am the Lord." The modern usage for the word Moloch can refer to a derivative to any person or thing which demands or requires a costly sacrifice. They would bring little babies alive and bring them to the fires of Hinnom. And they'd literally give their babies to Moloch, their firstborn child, and burn it alive to this wicked god. And they would also take dogs to the Valley of Hinnom. They would throw them in as sacrifices. And you could hear the babies crying, and the fire would be so bad they'd nearly gnaw their tongue off, squealing and squalling in the fires of the Valley of Hinnom. Babies don't cry quietly, neither do those who are burned in a fire. And dogs don't wail quietly either. It's a place of the gnashing of teeth. Well, listen, folks, when those babies were thrown into the fires, they wailed and screamed loudly. They had to beat drums to drown out the sound to keep the mothers sane. The mothers wouldn't hear the babies crying for the drums beating. And it's called the Valley of Tophet, the Valley of Drums. And that's what hell will be like, but it'll be forever. Jesus said that this place was called the gnashing of teeth. We told you they'd throw dogs there. They'd gnaw their tongues off because of pain. It'll be the same way when they're cast in the lake of fire in the bottomless pit. There'll be weeping in hell like no one's ever heard before. They'll be weeping over the fact that their life was lost and useless, weeping over lost opportunities they had to be saved, weeping over separation from their loved ones forever and ever, a literal place called hell. Preacher, you should not be telling us such hard stories on this day and time of sacrifices of children and dogs. Why not? Jesus did. Jesus was warning them of a literal hell. Unless people hear the gospel message and the warning of the judgment to come, they'll go to this place called hell. Hinnom was a garbage dump for the city of Jerusalem. There was fire burning there day and night to burn the refuse of the city. The garbage was dumped there. They executed criminals and they were burned there. Dead animals were dumped there. It was a horrible, vile, filthy, wicked, and godly place. And we certainly don't want our families and our loved ones and our friends to be fall and thrown into this wicked place called hell. Let's go out and reach the lost at any cost. So he'll be our strength to go out today and their hope to go to